at the spiritual level first. Without that alignment, there is no alignment. If there's a hierarchy, that implies that there's imbalance. If there's imbalance, then as you're rightly saying, Kailita, nothing can thrive because each needs the other one. That's how nature works. That's what the ancestors that are from our natural world are telling us. Hey, you humans, you younger siblings, you're getting it all wrong out there. Look at us, Bible. So you've got to think about the gods in terms of, in trying to understand the gods, understanding their body forms tells you a lot about the thinking of the kupuna, the thinking of the ancestors, where they placed their knowledge, where they derive, where the source of their knowledge. How does all this fit together? That's what we are in fact exploring from way back last year. This whole ʻōlelo noʻeau that just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The deeper we go into it, the more expansive it gets. Because the more expansive our understanding becomes. Because we're seeing differently. We're not seeing with these Western eyes. We're starting to see with the eyes of the kupuna, which is the point of doing studies, of doing learning. You can't understand, we're talking about Hawaiian things, so you can't understand Hawaiian things from outside, thinking like, a Swiss person or a Dutch person or a German person or an Australian person or, a Japanese person or an English person. You can know about it out there, but you can't understand it. Oh, mana o, you got to understand it. That's the difference, It's also the difference in how we train as a halal, how we teach as a halal. We're teaching from inside going out, not the outside going in, but you can't do it that way. You've got to have something else going on in here, right? And that's what we do when we come together. We learn to take our thinking to a different level. Because if we can think differently, then we start to see it differently. We start to see all these connections that we might not have considered before. Because we're learning. So every time we learn, we're moving a little bit further, a little bit further, a little bit further, every time. Building. And all of us have to keep doing that. The Kumu says, I've just been over there. And sometimes, I have to sit and listen to the same story I've heard for not 15 years, 11 years. But every time I hear it, I hear the story differently. And then when I see the thing the story is talking about, or I experience it, or I come across it somehow, then I know more about, okay, what I'm supposed to do with that information, how I navigate that space.